Welcome to another episode of the Angels Positivity and Love Show. Incredible experts the world over with amazing experiences, high vibration to share with all of us. We're entering season 3, and we've got 369 shows booked basically through 2026. We have a wonderful guest coming back to us, this time from Germany. That's where she's based out of, but she does a lot of global travel. She's very energetic, incredible singer, very connected, I'll say galactically, dimensionally, love in terms of love and sharing love with all. She's a singer, healer, and a lot more than that. She wears a lot of hats. I'm just very excited to have her back on. Marysol Ximenez-Carrillo, thank you very much for coming on the APL show.
Oh, thank you so much for having me back.
And
Thank you.
people can check you out on the APL Spotlight series. You were episode 102, March 30th of 2026. You gave us a fabulous interview then. You pulled out a very fancy electronic box and a totally different microphone and sang for us. Your voice is literally angelic, and hopefully we'll get you to perform a little bit later.
Sure.
Okay, Geronimo, unconditional love spirit guide on the other side, but hundreds and or thousands have met him. He said many questions, one answer. He said that once, maybe 10 years ago.
Hmm.
What's that one answer? What do we all need to know more of?
Well, the first thing I think of is that we just need to remember. So I think it's not so much about learning new stuff, but maybe finding those things that inspire us to remember what's already within us. So it's good to have questions, but to not always seek the answers outside of us, although the inspiration can come from the outside, but that ultimately only we ourselves can give ourselves the answer, right? Because we're all gonna receive it and feel it in a different way.
You've been
Yeah.
through ebbs and flows like we all have in
Hmm.
each of our unique life paths. Take us to a stage in life, how you got through that stage and it helped you to open up to the world, to the universe, just to your own heart, like you just mentioned, that everything is within as well. Take us to one of those stages. You don't have to get into every detail, but what
Mm.
helped you open up to this new path?
Well, there were different times. I think last time we spoke about my time in like my teenage years and my 20s. I think I mentioned it when I went through deep depression. So I think we went through that. That was definitely a time that helped me to open up and to treat myself differently, to really look at the relationship I have with myself, and situations where I didn't listen to my gut. It was so clear, but my head thought, oh, but look, and oh, but this person said this, and oh, that's a really good idea. And it then turned out it wasn't a very good idea. So just these little subtle things where you're being redirected and you realize, oh, I should have listened to my gut. To just learn to trust yourself, and you're the only one that can really tune in and feel what's right for you. Because any advice anyone's going to give you also moves through their filters, right? So and their perception. So that doesn't mean you can't receive heartfelt advice, but then it's up to you to see what am I going to do with that, and what do I really need. So I've had some lessons in that area to listen to my gut feeling.
And talk to us about your expansion today. You do a bunch of different services for others. I'm going to let you describe those, but could you describe each one, not only just what you do for people, but also how you came to it, how it was an act of extra love or presence or simply allowing?
Mm. So, as you mentioned, I'm a singer. I was on stage full time for many years. So, singing is a big thing for me, and it's what has always connected me deeply to my heart and also helped me bring lots of healing to myself just by singing for myself. And so, what I do when I sing is um, I ground, I open to the above. So I serve as that channel, as that bridge between worlds, between the above and the below. And it's kind of like that is brought through what the person or the group is meant to receive vibrationally. It's very cosmic. I feel very cosmically connected to my star family. And so it's been that process of really trusting that and allowing that and stepping back so I can hold that open space in that quantum field, because that is infinite potentiality, right? And to hold that space to see what wants to be brought through for someone, And when I then sing intuitively in that field, it's like the sound is infused with these codes and the information that then flows into someone's body and being. So that's my main thing, to work with sound. And that definitely has been a long journey of allowing, coming from being on stage where you rehearse so much, to for this just to be present and to allow it to come through without knowing what's going to come through, without knowing what I'm going to sing. And that together moves with me being very visual. So I'll have my team in spirit and star family and higher self and that of the client or the group field show me what we're moving through. So it's kind of like a movie that I see, and then I guide someone through it, or I'll see the energy move in the field. And that was also a big part of not, or letting go of the need to direct anything in that, but to be the observer and stay curious and stay open to be able to see what's meant to be seen and not what I think should be done. So that has definitely been a process of allowing. So it's that combination of sound and energy work, and bringing through what is needed.
Can we have you talk a little bit further in that direction on your vast maturity that you've grown into, whether that was a while ago or with this elevated state, as well as greater depths of compassion and calm and just trusting that the greater whole of the universe is flowing through you, taking care of the details. Could you talk to us a little bit more about that?
I think that's an ongoing process. So I'm human and I have my phases where like I have my doubts and I'm asked to trust deeper, to move into the next level. So I think we're all in that process of continuously dropping into the next level and layer. So I don't think we're ever done with that. It's just a continuous process. But of course, working with or in this way for so many years, it's the experience I have with it. So the more I let that go and the more I trust, the more I see, the more I sense, the more comes through, because I don't get in the way. So I think it's something that you experience as you do it. And you said compassion. I think I've moved through so much in my own life and through so many different phases, and I've been judged in many ways that I think I have great compassion for everyone's path. And who am I to judge someone if I don't know their path? I don't know what they're going through. I don't know their inner fight maybe or struggles. And especially now I see it in the spiritual community, like some people are really quick to just shoot out like mean comments and, on all these different platforms. And we're so quick to judge, and we just see this one part of someone and we make an assumption. And so I think that has all just taught me to really honor someone's path. And I can still have a feeling about someone, or I can still say, oh, I don't really resonate with that person. But that doesn't mean I want to say anything bad about them just because I don't resonate. So yeah, I think I've moved through a lot in my life that I just think that's very important, that we not be so quick in judging each other. Yeah.
Plato once said, "Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a harder battle." That's an actual photo of him, and if we look close, there's an old man's face in there,
Oh yeah.
mustache and everything else. He's
Yeah.
very clear to listen to. People can go back, hit pause, and just ask a question and listen. You got to be a little loosey-goosey or in your heart. I wanted to have you stop, drop, and roll and share a very colorful example of the universe stepping in. It could be anything, a food delivery at your door, you were at the park, this happened, you were in the shower singing, light came in, anything, and I'll buy you just 10 seconds of time. I had two nights about 10 days ago where I got to see Pleiadian lights probably 50 miles away out of one bedroom window upstairs. I was just shutting a window and I look and I'm like, oh my God, there's a light appearing, another light appearing, disappear, disappear, two more lights, one light, watched for an hour. And then the next night it repeated. So that was very much caught me off guard. And it was just time. They said that I was already seeing it, but I wasn't seeing it. It was time for me to see it on this level. So that's the best I can do. They've been super sweet about it. I didn't freak out too much, a little bit. What would be something that you could share that is just very practical and very fun? You might have freaked out, you might not have, but what are one or two of those instances for you?
So there was one instant about a year ago. I don't know if we spoke about this when I left my body. I don't remember, but that was, now you asking me, this is the first thing that came up. It was about, yeah, a little bit more than a year ago. And so I think I've also mentioned, like, it's fairly easy for me to connect to the higher realms and my cosmic star family. And I've always had like troubles being human, so that's my path to bring it together and to say yes to this incarnation and to, yeah, bring it all together and to be here, really be here. And about a year ago, I did a meditation in bed, and I already noticed that fairly quickly I could still hear the words, but I couldn't hear what the person said anymore. Um, and and then at some point I thought I woke up in the room, but all these weird things started happening. Like I looked out the window and there was this being just flying around. I was like, am I awake? And then I looked up and like these horses came at me and I was like, okay, I'm not awake. I feel like I'm awake, but I'm not. And then I kind of drifted off again. And the next thing I remember was leaving my body. So I was moving upwards, and it was just the most blissful, expanded feeling I think I've ever experienced. And I kept rising upwards towards the ceiling, and I thought, if I turn around now, I'm going to see myself. So I did, and I just saw myself lying in bed. And in that moment, I was in so much awe of my human self. Like I was so, I don't even know what the word is, proud of my human self, being there, being here at this time, and felt gratitude for my human self in a way that I hadn't done before. And then I started moving back down, and I just kind of said, I love you to myself. And then I went back in and I woke up just after that. But that was something so very profound. Yeah.
Can you have two unconditional love figures come in right now? It could be your higher self, a galactic figure, an angel and a galactic figure, or interdimensional, whatever you want to call it. Can you have them come in and just add to this conversation where we're at right now? And maybe you have to close your eyes to do it. I don't know, but we're going to give you a second. I'm going to do a public service announcement for folks while you just take 20 seconds, because they're going to start relaying info through you. And I know you're good at this. And you're okay with that, right? Yep, you're already
Yes.
good. I looked at you. Okay, so for folks at home watching, subscribe, like, share, comment, and emoji counts. Later, we'll light some sage. You can catch the smell of lit sage. It doesn't matter what year or month it is and where you are around the globe. Everything is about your heart, and your heart's already connected to everything. The last thing I'll say is there's nothing to lose or nothing to gain here. Move past seeing the negative. That's angels who said all that. You've already got it all. It's like you're an Olympian for any sport, but you've just kind of forgotten. It's what she said at the beginning about remembering. And I love to say, remember to remember if you can remember to remember when you remember. Good luck with that. And if we could have you, what do you get?
There's an Andromedan presence, which is also connected to my higher self. And Kuan Yin, she showed up at the beginning when we started speaking. So she came back, and it's connected to the Sophia consciousness. So that's kind of like the overlighting, or over, how do you say it? Just kind of a light over everything and connected to that. Yeah.
And tell us a little more.
So it's a feeling of this. So the Sophia consciousness, right? The divine feminine God consciousness, however you want to call it. So there's the sensation of true support in that, from a very sacred, motherly, coming from a sacred, motherly place. So combined with the Andromedan frequency. So for me, my Andromedan connection, it's really connected to my heart. So there's the Andromedans, they're at such a high frequency. So there is a vibration of love that I find is so high vibrational. There's such a purity to it. And again, connected to the feminine heart, but also in balance with the masculine. And then Kuan Yin, of course, the goddess of mercy and love and unconditional love, who also teaches us compassion for ourselves. So I think it's a blend of being held in the power of that compassion. So it's powerful and gentle at the same time.
Could you close your eyes and let them bring you a sensation, one of the senses? It could be a smell that's exquisite, anything from incense to flowers to ocean to anything else, and I'm sure they'll do better than that. Not that it's not all fantastic. It could be a different type of sound. Folks at home, you can go ahead and spin the twister wheel, close your eyes, go full stop. Just be in your heart and listen or feel. And I'll do a Winnie the Pooh quote for everyone because Winnie the Pooh sometimes has it down the best. Piglet asked Winnie the Pooh, "How do you spell love?" And Winnie the Pooh answered, "You don't spell it, you feel it." So go ahead and feel love one way or the other. And then if you'll let us know which way you got it.
It was a combination of like sound waves and a beautiful scent to it. Like flower scent, but different than what we have here.
And if you could give a pep talk to each person, how they don't have to go crazy. It's not 400 spiritual push-ups a day. They don't have to travel halfway across the globe to Machu Picchu or to Omega Institute or Esalen or 1440. What's your advice for folks daily to just slow down, be in the heart?
I think it's that we catch us in those moments when we push ourselves too much or when we can feel that tension is building up. So to stop that downward spiral at an earlier place. So, you know, we can keep spiraling down or we can notice it and take a moment of presence and breathe and say, okay, this is what I'm feeling now. Breathe through your heart space and take that moment and be honest with yourself what it is that you need. Do you maybe need a 10-minute walk? Do you need to eat something? Do you need a 10-minute power nap? So that we just learn to take these moments for ourselves, even if they're just a few minutes, but to really honor that what we need.
I'd like to go not out of order, but very spontaneous here. I'd like to put up a photograph, actual photograph in light energy form of 4 archangels, rainbow pie slices, and have you tackle the big picture. Right now, there's a lot of complexity on the planet. I think there's always been some. It seems like we're reaching some extremes, like maybe the Middle East or elsewhere. What would be the advice of Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Uriel for all of us to just, again, what you were just saying about being in the heart? What are you hearing from all 4 of them?
So the first thing I heard was zoom out. So when we're deep in something like we are here, there's so much going on. It can feel so overwhelming and exhausting moving through the shift, even if the bigger picture of it is something good. But to zoom out occasionally, to just take that step back and just view it from that higher perspective and what really matters, what truly matters, what's really important in your life. And to just give yourself a bit of space, because when we zoom out in that way, even if it's just for a moment, we have more space to breathe. Yeah, zooming out, I think that can be very helpful.
Eckhart Tolle, I haven't ever done this one in 500 tapings. He has a million quotes, but he said, ego implies unawareness. Can we flip that donut and just take it from the other direction? What does the heart imply? And talk to us about that.
So I think the heart carries, how would I say it? Non-judgment. So the heart just is, right? It holds space. It doesn't judge. It doesn't divide. It doesn't separate. It doesn't say this is good, this is bad, this is right, this is wrong. It's a space of being, of holding space for something, of not being non-judgmental. I think that's the space of the heart.
And with your permission, can we do another totally random exercise? If off camera you could put your hand out like a sister's walking into the room to hold your hand, or you're getting €100, not for me. Uh, could you let one of the unconditional love figures in your life come in and hold your hand? But out of that arises at least a word, perhaps a mantra, or even perhaps extra, many words strung together that are a form of love for all of us. I lost all my English there. And it could be all three.
Mhm.
And I'm going to buy 10 seconds of time and do an old India quote for everyone. A mind that is fast is sick. A mind that is slow is sound. A mind that is still is divine. And what are you getting?
So it's that which, there is a quote that came, I don't remember who said it, that which you're seeking is seeking you. So it's also about releasing pressure anytime we can, to not pull on the same or two different ends of a stick, basically. Um, to release pressure in our mind, to release pressure in our body, because we hold on so much. There's so much we cling on to, and there's so many thoughts that run through our mind all day long. So to give yourself that space and to release tension, and also tension in your mind, not just in your body, but how can we release the tension within our mind?
Well,
And how can you, yeah, sorry.
oh, no, no, keep going. You did great.
How can you create that space in you that you can allow yourself to feel more of that compassion and love for yourself? So, how can you give yourself that space that you might give a child or friend in need of that? So, in which ways can you allow yourself a deepening in your own being, in your own body, to allow the receiving of that?
I
Yes.
love it. That was Rumi. I had to look it up. I was on Google while you were
Uh,
sharing. And I'm going to put Rumi up. We do Rumi on the show now as of
mm-hmm,
either this year or last year. I forget when he came
mm-hmm.
in. So I'm going to put up a drawing of him. And if you don't mind hearing maybe a fresh quote from him, he's happy to share. And what are you getting from Rumi?
That all that wants to be said cannot be said in words. Meaning, it's really so simple. It does lie in the silence of our innermost being, in that moment when we don't need the answer, when we don't need to speak, when we don't need to judge, when we don't need to analyze. It lies in that which cannot be said, and that is for each of us to explore.
And now we're in a cosmic kitchen in your heart. And I'm going to give you three quick quotes and put up an angel named Dale, who's got a Andromedan background. Um, Coached an Olympic athlete from the 70s or 80s who won a lot of golds. Not the easiest task, I would think. But here are three quotes. You do not have to say it, explain it, or understand it to know it.
Mm.
Your unconscious mind speaks a language people can hear even when your conscious mind has not spoken yet. And finally, Story Musgrave. I've said this quote 100 times on this show. NASA astronaut Story Musgrave. He said, getting out of the comfortable path, that's what exploration is all about. And
Mm.
I'll put up Dale. And between those three quotes, your cosmic kitchen and you being such an exquisite chef in your heart, what's coming to light right now? He's very much like Greg Kinnear, the actor, if anybody remembers him. If you don't, George Clooney's fine, but just a super nice George Clooney. Skinny, very down to earth, and very endearing.
Okay, the first image I had was like someone walking over just an open space. You know, if you would walk on these rocks and they're apart a little bit, so you don't really have to jump, but you take wider steps. And the moment you step on them, they just break and fall away. But you do it anyway, and somehow there's still something that holds you up. So to not be afraid of the old breaking, to not be afraid of the unknown, and to walk your path with such trust and confidence that the things not meant for you break away, they fall away, and yet there is something holding you, but that is very different than just a rock that seems so solid, but once that breaks away, there's a whole nother level and layer of something supporting you. So that's the image I had for that.
Last angel for the moment, I'm going to put up Joy. She'll give you 3 compliments. Unfortunately, one of them, if you would, share out loud. And she can help
Okay.
as like your PR publicist or flack to adjust that for public consumption. But get 3 hugs, 3 compliments, and maybe some light on your eyes or just feel whooshing or a wind in the room. Folks at home can hit pause if you need to go take a shower, do the happy dance, anything to lighten yourself up. You like classical music, you like to cook pasta. There's a million ways into your heart. And then this photograph will move if you want. You can see pink light on the top of your ceiling, or she usually shows a silver flecks of light, like fish breaking the surface of the water. But she's been every color by now. There's no one way, it's all ways. It's a constant love. And we have an amazing expert. I'll do the compliment first. Amazing expert. She's very attuned. If you haven't figured this out yet, just put your hands out towards her respectfully and feel the love vibe, the compassionate vibe, the kindness vibe, the connectedness to all. She's embodying it quite often when she's not fussing at the human level, like she said earlier. And what's the one compliment you're getting from Joy that you just have to share out loud? You got forced to on the podcast.
Yes, I think I'll take the one that many need to hear. She said, "You're a lot further than you think you are." Like, give yourself credit for that. Like, actually celebrate where you are. And I think that goes for many of us.
I love it. Beautiful.
Mhm.
Sage, we've done this before. We did it just before the show. I light sage, and you can catch it anywhere around the globe, anytime. It doesn't matter if you watch this 2 years from now. And that's what makes these shows so much fun. It's just amazing, bold, brilliant guests who are living in their hearts just a little extra. 10% less thinking a day is the Olympic gold medal, according to an angel named Charlotte, blue ball of light. And here's the sage. You probably already are getting it in Germany. Okay, get something else. You could see light around you. You could catch flowers. I've already said that. Ocean, I've already said that. But maybe something else. Sound of music. The hills are alive and some twirling. And folks at home, you don't have to have the smoke visually in front of you. You can just ask Native American chiefs, angels to bring you a sacred scent. Could be from India, could be from Bali, a temple. It could be just something from ancient Egypt that literally no one can get right now, not even if you went to Egypt. What will you allow for is kind of the rub. That'll be the next question for her after we come out of this. What are you getting right now that you can share?
It's like just a sparkly feeling, kind of like okay, it's hard to describe. Imagine like your skin sparkling and vibrating a little bit, and kind of like as if your skin could breathe itself open a little bit and create a little bit more space. And from that, it's like little drops of that which you don't need anymore. They're released, kind of like because you're giving yourself that space. I've never seen it in this way. It's interesting. Kind of like the particles of the skin are rearranging and releasing anything that's ready to be let go of and that's not needed anymore. Mm.
We'll get closer to having you perform in just a moment, but I'm going to show some light on my hand. And again, if you don't mind going non-linear, this is a very creative podcast. We're putting you to task for sure. So you've been an amazing guest for being so patient and so creative. I'm going to just show some light against this. Blue sky is number one, but anything works. Even your dog has light all over your pooch. You're seeing light 24/7, but the brain thinking logos rationale is tamping it down. And the best way I could say it is one of these, the recessed lights, first thing in the morning, leave a post-it note on your four-poster bed somewhere before you brush your teeth, speak any English or German to anybody. hop out of your bed, go take a look at the lights. I've got about, I think, 12 right above me right now. They will be beach ball sized rainbow light before you can realize where you are. And the more thinking that comes in, the more they shrink, but you can usually hold it for at least 3 minutes, 10 minutes.
Hmm.
Your thinking will extinguish it eventually. We're going to show some aura colored light, and then I'll go bigger and wider, and hopefully you'll get some image made by your cheerleaders or you, your higher self. And off of that, if we could get some inspiration and another message. So what's great is you get a dad joke, and I'm going to do one that maybe you've not heard. It's Santa and Mrs. Claus. They're at their summer retreat. They get June off every year. They earned it. I can't tell you where, but fine, twist my arm. Banff, Canada, palatial property. They're on their back patio looking at a mountain range. Sun's going down, picturesque. Mrs. Claus is standing next to Santa. Out of the corner of her eye, she sees dark clouds, lightning bolts, something's coming their way. Like tonight here, we're getting storms. And she turns to Santa and says, "Looks like reindeer." Okay, if you're laughing, you're letting go. As Mother Teresa said, laughter is love. And just catch a little bit of light at first. And Marysol, what are you getting for a stream of light right now?
There's like a, oh, it's shifting. It's like a golden, pinkish, purplish, aquamarine um, vortex.
And if you could have aquamarine beings come in, topaz, and have them greatly influence the light flowing through you, especially down your back right now, that you get such a great message of peace for humanity. No, no big shakes here. And at home, breathe, breathe, breathe. A millimeter with the mouth open is great. Shoulders up and down, bellows is extra. It's just like turning up the volume 5%, but if you're crazy, 25%. The neighbors are going to come knock on your door and be like, "Hey, turn the music down." And what are you getting for an image now?
So it was kind of like if you just look at the earth and there's you would see vibrationally like chatter and thoughts and like everything's very fast and kind of tangled. And then I saw just the image of it all drawing back to everyone. Like if everyone takes back what they've put into the field, just centering in themselves, like again, coming back to that stillness, to that center point, and all of a sudden everything becomes totally still. Like everyone takes their stuff, just say their stuff, into their own heart, into their own centeredness, and everything just becomes still. So, meaning it's human. We project our stuff onto others and to the outside world. But the more we become aware of that, and always look at ourselves with that as well. What's really mine? What am I projecting? The quicker we find that way to peace, because we're not projecting anymore. So that was a beautiful image of just all that, I'll say, entanglement of energies and thoughts, and everyone just kind of pulls it back, and all of a sudden there's just stillness.
You helped inspire me for there's a woman from Sirius, long green outfit, 95% human looking, female, divine, just absolutely radiant, tall. What am I supposed to say? So she's got pinpoints of light all around her that are each like just divine light, or Christ consciousness, or just brilliant diamond sutras. I'm going to put up an AI thing because I've talked about it since last year that I was going to get a drawing, but just use that as a distant reference point. You'll close your eyes and she'll show directly. And she's very tight with Earth's force. That's what I was delaying on. Consciousness of Earth's force, whether that's grounding or
Mm-hmm.
just constant growth. Here she is one way. And if you could close your eyes, you'll see her in a much more her way.
Mm-hmm.
But that'll get you started. And she's from Sirius and very supportive of humanity, just absolutely there assisting. And she might share a song for you, but again, it'll be not the way necessarily we talk about music. Might be more like the fabric of life.
Mm-hmm.
And be sure to get her name for you. You're not sharing that out loud. That's just for you. And get at least a hug, if not lots of love and a lot of support and a huge compliment. You really do a lot for all of us. And so a big thank you for what you do on your path, holding the space for all of us. We're getting her closer to singing. And until you've heard her sing, no amount of interviewing is going to do this. Oh, and maybe she can, I don't know how to talk music, but maybe she can show something that can go into your field and express itself through you that isn't part of your repertoire normally, but could be very fun for you, if that makes sense, if I said it correctly.
Mm.
That beta gamma move.
It's like she's holding up her palms and sending out like these, I wanted to say waves of light, but like templates of light. It's but very translucent. And there is that special sound frequency of the Syrian sound waves, in lack of a better word or term.
Do we do English? Do you think you
Yeah.
can hook up that special black box and that special microphone, and we'll
Yes, I can
we'll
do that.
maybe have you play a little before delivering one of your usual? Yes.
Yeah, let me just switch it here one moment.
And I have a great quote for folks. It came from a Netflix film, not sure which one, about 10 years ago, but in the end, love is what shows us life in different colors. And I'll do one if anyone's going through a lot of stuff. Experience is what you get when you don't get what you want. I love that quote. It was, I think, the Tokyo Marathon. I'm listening to announcers talking about the runners. And I was like, whoa. I stood up and I was like, I got to get a pen and write that down right now. Go figure. Always in each moment, there's openness or suchness.
Mm-hmm. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Ah, okay. Can you also hear the reverb like this?
I can hear the echo in the second half. Yeah.
Okay, good. Then it's working. So I'm just thinking, let's see, does she want a bit of music or... No, I'll just do it like this. All right, let's see. So let's go back to those cosmic templates that she's sending outwards. And it's if you choose to breathe them in, just know that they'll be encoded for you specifically. So if you wish to receive it, you'll receive your own special codes in that. And there is that watery element, so the element of the dolphins and the whales and the swimmers, in a sense that they carry the remembrance of this ancient wisdom here to ignite that spark of your own remembrance. And also showing that cosmic flow of cosmic waters, water being a transmitter, transmitting the light information, transmitting the sound. So it's like she's all aglow, she's expanding. And if you breathe in, it's kind of like she dials the frequency to what you need. So just imagine that from these templates, like these translucent templates of light and sound, they reach your body and your being. Just see where the sound meets you. Like, do you feel it in your heart? Maybe also in the lower part of your body, or more in your head. So maybe in all those places and spaces, just see where it reaches you and how that feels. May the sacred waters of your own being, of your own soul, of your beingness be deeply blessed, and so it is. Oh, you're still muted.
I muted it just in case. I have a quote from a light being named Seth. I don't often bring him on the show, so maybe we should. He's super clear. It's Seth, The Nature of Reality. Jane Roberts from the 70s kind of kicked off the whole New Age spiritual thing. Um, Only one almost that out of hundreds and hundreds of figures who won't show up in human form, but will be like a Cheshire cat in the sky. So if you want to look out a window and just listen, he's crystal clear, more so than the books. Not that the books aren't great, but it's a little like Esther Hicks, although Esther Hicks is pretty clear with the Abraham group. I have some quotes from Seth that go right to the heart of everything you've talked about. If you could have the woman from Sirius, yourself, and your higher self kind of combobulate for some beautiful takeaways that may be musical and just maybe short, different directions. I have no idea what I'm saying. Here are the quotes The answers to the nature of reality, the intimate knowledge of all that is, that you all seek, is within your present experience. Seth, 1971. Here's one more or two more quotes. You are in physical existence to learn and understand that your energy, translated into feelings, thoughts, and emotions, causes all experiences. And that would be the end of the quote.
Okay, let's see. Okay, the first one goes down into the ground, so to offer, they're saying cosmic grounding, so okay, to ground in such a way so that the cosmic frequencies can be received and also integrated in the physical body, in our physicality. So just tune into that below space, below your feet in the ground, no matter where you are. Just imagining a beautiful ball of light, a glow in the ground beneath you, offering you that cosmic groundedness. And that ball is vibrating with this sound. Then from that space, gently rising upwards into that sacred womb area. Whether you're a man or a woman, just that center of your creativity, your creation, sensuality, allowing yourself to feel the depth of that, just seeing if it's comfortable. Maybe there's some things that are uncomfortable, but just let them be. There's a very gentle stream of light that offers you a softening, that offers you the possibility to breathe just a little deeper. So just imagine this stream of light offering this sound, if you wish to receive, to that lower part of your body. And if you feel uncomfortable with inviting it in, you can also just imagine it flowing around your body. At that part, whatever you feel comfortable with. And then moving upwards, there's just this sensation of great clarity and purity. That space we spoke about where nothing needs to be said, nothing needs to be explained. Just felt in your own space. What would it feel like if everything was crystal clear right now? Just allow that sensation to unfold in any way that it does, aligning with the frequency of purity and that clarity. Okay, so it's like they're bouncing off a wave of sound that's coming from the above, and it's sent downwards, and it bounces back from that ball in the ground. It makes that connection, and it from that space then flows up in a steady stream of that clarity. So it shoots down so quickly, bounces off, and then steadies and rises up, and it's very whitish, silverish. Maybe it has another color for you. And just rises up. Feel a lot in your throats. Allow it to move through that center as well, through your sacred voice. And let's see what sound comes for that. Just imagine that flowing in, bouncing off, and then aligning from the below, gently rising upwards in that white silver glow. Actually, this music is called Meeting in Heaven. Just gonna use that. And take one more deep breath, breathing between the above and the below. Blessed by the cosmic realms and those present and your own beingness, and so it is.
Very special. Thank you.
My
And
pleasure. I know you said short. I don't
oh no, that
know
was
if it
great.
was that short, but
Oh no, that was great. That was great. And of course, I left out half the quote from Seth, which was no accident because now let's do words. So
okay.
between you, your higher self or soul, the woman from Sirius, and anyone else who wants to come in, here's the original quote that I did read, and then I've found the other half. The answers to the nature of reality, the intimate knowledge of all that is, that you all seek, is within your present experience. It will not be found outside of yourselves, but through an inner journey into yourself, through yourself, and through the world that you know. And I hope there isn't a third part. I think there might be. But you're basically popping into a greater reality of love. What am I supposed to, unlimited expansion, unlimited love. And I'll do one more quote as everything starts coming in. This is from 1972, page 405 from Seth Speaks. The vitality of the universe is creativity and joy and love. And that is spirituality. With that, what's your reaction to all of this and be influenced?
So I'm being taken back to what we spoke about before, honoring the other's path, but honoring your own path. So honoring your experiences, honoring that which has led you to where you are today and on all levels. So to honor all those aspects of you and to know that there is a higher design to it, also with the aspects we might be struggling with or think we should have, the things we think we should have done differently. To honor the detours, to honor the paths less traveled. And to be okay with being guided to the next step. We don't need to see the 10th step. There's a peace that comes when we're okay with not knowing, and that can be challenging, especially in times like this where we do feel a lot of uncertainty, even with our awareness for the spirituality of it all. And again, to honor those human parts, all of it, and to see what we need. So it's that balance of I'm just waiting for the right words to come in. The balance of giving ourselves that which we need, in the sense of, yes, we know there's a higher order, there's a shift, we need to move through this. And what we spoke about before, that zooming out, that's important. But at the same time, it's also important to not bypass our human emotions and our humanness. Yes, that's it. To find the balance of the zooming out and still being human, and to finding that which that part of us needs as well. And give space to both. I see an unraveling, like we're still all unwinding, right? We're all shedding. This remembrance is causing that unwinding and a detanglement. And we're spiraling, and we're leaving layers, and we're going through small deaths, right, of that which we were or thought we should be, or whatever it may be for anyone personally. So an unwinding of that, of kind of coming back to the core of it all and to release those layers around it. And so they're showing kind of like as we unwind and release those layers, there's different rhythms to that. There are different rhythms to that, yes. So to honor the rhythms, like there may be a phase where we're just moving ahead quickly and things are shifting and so much is happening. And then there may be a period, like we spoke about before this, quieting down, slowing down, needing time to integrate, needing time to be, to feel in any way that's possible. So like a piece of music, this is again now the sound, so like like music that has a crescendo or that accelerates and then comes back to a fermate, what do you call it in English, that a general pause, right? And there's silence in that. But a lot of the music is in that silence, in that pause. So to not think just because it feels like we might be slowing down extremely or even stuck, that might be that general pause in which true music happens. Yes, honor all of that. And so it is.
Lovely. And if we could do a tennis match poetry slam right now without the tennis balls, without the poetry or any slamming, here's what I mean by that. I'm going to put up four angels and one fairy. Joy, we've met before, cosmic, very fun. She's the highest vibration, big. Charlotte, everybody's favorite school teacher from third grade, third form, with words meant to help you expand. Wisdom, with an Orion background, even though she's an angel today. Rebecca, one of my business managers, like Charlotte with Archangel Michael, but from really far out where music came from, she says there's four balls of light in there. That's a really up close shot against some like Miami patio furniture in my backyard in Austin 10 years ago. And then my guardian angel, Silhouette, very watery, light waves of energy and water. Minn, like Minnesota, Lakota Sioux word for water. Serious background, but not too serious. And a fairy named Ginger. Those are the five coming from this end. And if we can go for complete spontaneity, you can use words, you can use music, but just it won't be a whole song. It'll be just like a chord or reaction. It'll be so spontaneous. We don't know what's going to happen. And I'm supposed to do something. We'll do a little test into the pond, the pool, the water. I'm just going to say the word love, but if you could have the woman from Sirius, your higher self, your whole collective, say the word love to you, and what's your immediate reaction? Is it words? Is it sound? Is it a single note? Okay. And I love it. Another photograph. This time it's like universal light. It's really a hummingbird feeder that's glass in the Austin sun, but it's a good shot. And whether it's a single color, multiple colors, or the whole picture reverberating through you, what's your reaction? Is it words? Is it sound again? Let's see what happens.
Sirwa kenti, sirwa kenti, sirwa kenti, kenti, kenti. Sirwa kenti, sirwa kenti, sirwa kenti, sirwa kenti.
And if we can have light come off the Bic lighter, there'll be a Bic lighter aflame, but then more light. That's actually all these folks doing the light. So here's the Bic lighter and catch extra light, and then your reaction to the extra light. If you want dolphin consciousness coming in right now, so be it. I have whales for you. Mama and a baby. And you can hear whale consciousness come in, whether it's by song or vibration. And what's the reaction? And before we do the next one, could we have you put some words to that? What did you feel? Did whales come in? Did you feel something else? Love come in?
Yeah, I was just right away transported again to that, just that Syrian light. And I think it's also because the blue light beings have been so present. And my last group was a Syrian journey just a few days ago. So I feel that's still so present anyway. And it's been so present. So that is something that just clicks in like in a split second right now. And that blue light is here for everyone. I mean, so many people are speaking about it. And just those waves of blue light and that support of that, I find it really present and really strong right now.
Well, for the next one, I'm going to bring in that guardian angel again. She's very watery, Mother Hawaii-ish, Syrian watery in this, and some topaz energy. I'm going to put my hand up here in Texas. You're in Germany. If you don't mind at your end, only love and above. If you could put your hand up and get the connection. I'm already feeling the energy. And then which way would you like to respond? Music or words or both?
Let's see. So it is about the frequency of flow, of the allowing. And I know those are words you use very often, but what does it actually mean? What does it mean if you break it down into its essence? What does allowing truly mean for you? These big words that are used all over right now, allowing, surrender, yes, but what does it mean if you get to the core of them? And what does it mean for you personally in your life? Where are you maybe not allowing something to flow to you, through you, or with you? Where may you hold something that keeps you from truly surrendering into your beingness, into an experience? So only you can answer those questions for yourself. So it truly is about the essence of that flow. And what does that flow mean for you? And so with these busy lives and busy minds, it's important that we keep connecting to that intention, to allowing flow into our lives, even in the moments when it feels everything but flow. but to know that there's an underlying current that still moves, that still flows. So even if we feel like the waters are stagnant, there is still a flow to it. And to just hold an awareness for that. And again, honoring your rhythm of flowing. So when is the current, when is the river carrying you in a gentle way? When do you feel maybe tossed around? When is it time to breathe a little deeper, to center yourself a little bit more? And so also knowing that these waters, they connect our earth, right? They're all connected. So they're an exchange of frequency also of the different wisdom keepers of these different origins. It's kind of like a song that's being sung in the waters collectively on this earth realm, the rivers and the streams and the oceans and the lakes. They all blend into one song of that which they hold, of the lands where they are at. And at the same time, there's a communication with the cosmic waters. So a remembrance of that cosmic intelligence. So our animal guides and allies, the whales and the dolphins and the swimmers and all the others, in communication with the cosmic aspect of them. So again, that bridging of the worlds, the cosmic, the earthly, and it all blending together. So to become aware of that sacred song, the sacred medicine of the waters, of that flow, to invite that into our lives, into our being. No koteya no koteya na ya, anyate na ko namo. Flow, waters of my soul, flow, waters of my soul, flow, waters of my soul, flow, waters of my soul. Anyakinayano, anyakuno anyate, aknoyate na inayano, anyakanuyate. Flow, waters of my soul, flow, waters of my soul, anyakunate, anyakunate.
And we're almost wrapping up for the music part. We'll have you talk a little more at the end, but a last final few steps. I'm going to push light your way, but it's really angels, galactic beings, and a lot of love, love and above. Some topaz light, aquamarine if you prefer, or both, just ocean energy. And with your permission, if you could just say yes or ready. Ready?
Yes,
Okay.
ready.
Microphones down below. It'll look like a goose, 2 wings, or cheating at ping pong, 2 paddles. Here comes the first one. We'll do perhaps one more after this, and any reaction you have is fantastic. And again, we'll let Guardian Angel Minn help really be a part of this, along with others, the woman from Sirius too. splendid. Before one final light share moment, could you put words to the last round experience? What happened?
Oh, that's not easy to put the feeling of that transmission into words, so I just let my voice follow the energy. So the first word that comes is depth. Don't be afraid to be swallowed by your own depth and all that lies therein. There's so much beauty in the darkness. Honor both the light and the dark in you, and not in a bad way, just that depth where it may feel darker, where it may feel unknown, or maybe we've pushed some aspects aside that we're not so comfortable with. Like if you could direct beams of the sun into the greatest depth of the ocean, even where usually no light can move into. Like a dance of that depth, of that darkness, but with a stream of light. It's like a feeling of, when you wade through the water, you can't really run. Kind of like wading through cosmic space. It's kind of like you're slowed down, but very conscious of your movement. Just great awareness of yourself. Of what's within you, of what's around you. Like if you lay in bed and you allow yourself to just sink deeper and deeper, you release the weight of your body to your bed, and it's like just sinking deeper and deeper. Or kind of like maybe this image serves you. If you're sinking below water, but you can breathe easily, and all the chatter, all the noise just stays at the surface, and you just flow down, and things just slow down. That depth, that stillness. The silence behind the noise, let's put it that way. The silence behind the noise, yes.
A few more ingredients for the kitchen for the extraordinary chef today, who's been doing fantastic. Singer, performer, but consciousness expansion is what this is. I have Joy. We've talked about her, cosmic angel. She's the vitality of the universe, ruby light, if you wish. She might get you into the water, whether it's a pool or very safe ocean, maybe just waist deep, chest deep, chin deep. I also have one more photo, same hummingbird feeder, but a different day, different light, taken with an iPhone. Let this be universal love consciousness coming in. The woman from Sirius, the guardian angel from Sirius, and other influences. I'll whoosh light one more time. And I'm supposed to say one final bit, but there's the light, if some of it could be influential. Your earrings, they're already beyond shiny and dimensional, but they're going to go more shiny and dimensional. Like radio antenna doesn't do it right, but they're going to magnify, they're going to attract so much love and above. I'm going to whoosh, but those are going to be focal points. And I'm supposed to say the following. I've never said this ever. It's not my language. Divine masculine on one side, divine feminine on the other, with cosmic unity, whatever that is, going between the two and somehow blending everything. So you're going to get, I'll call it chakra'd. You're going to get flowed big time, starting here, flowing one side, the other. Cosmic unity, you'll figure this all out. You're a really good receptor. But up your back, going up, is pure joy and light. The woman from Sirius will take care of that. And so this is a lot. Is it okay? Give me a nod or a yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
this is our final act. It's like July 4th. It's the grand finale. I'm going to try to just pick it up a little and reflect more consciousness, awareness, love, presence, and fun. You gotta have fun. And so here it comes.
All right. Is it okay if I use a bit of music for the...
Any way you want.
Okay, because I think I'm guided to this one. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's this one. Can you hear it? So just breathe in. Allow yourself to sense in any way that you do, like an open vessel receiving unconditional love and whatever it is that you need. Take another deep breath, breathe in, and release all the air from your lungs.
Amazing. I had my cat, you'll see it if you check out the replay, Presley. She's named after an angel who's the
No.
interconnectedness of all. She came in for
Oh.
this one, and so while you were performing with eyes shut, she was here.
Oh.
Um, she was all the way back there. I came over. Let's close it out with, I don't think we're going to need a lot of words. You've delivered so much to us today. It's been incredible. What would be three easy reminders that would allow for a smoother path daily? That's not what everyone needs. Some people do need it the way it already is completely. But if you were to give a little advice or just a reminder, I like the reminder better.
Mm.
What's the reminder here and there on any front?
I think One of the simplest things, but yet most effective. Breathe. When do you hold your breath? When does your body tighten? What we spoke about before. Just notice those little moments, because we can tense up like all throughout the day.
Mm.
But if we catch those little moments and just take, even if it's just one deep breath, I do think that that influences things. That's one thing. Notice the little moments when you beat yourself up. Like, I started doing that, and it does something, like these little moments when you say, oh, you're so stupid, oh, you should have, like the way we speak to ourselves. Just catch those little moments. And if I do say something like that, I just then afterwards go delete, delete, delete. Like, and a third thing, keep your heart open, even when it seems difficult at times. Just keep it open and know that feeling into that space that can feel vulnerable, that's actually a beautiful place to be in. Yeah.
Marysol, you're an incredible guest in all of our hearts. I know you're very appreciated by anybody who's watched this video today. Thank you for being here, and thank you again.
Oh, thank you, and thank you for the invitation to sing. Thank you so much.